Today we will be measuring with large and small paper clips to discover that our measurement tool must be consistent. Does anybody know what the word consistent means? What does consistent mean?
Does consistent mean like small and large?
Not small and large, maybe the same. Consistent. If you want it consistent, you want it the same. So what do you think that's trying to say? Large paper clips and small paper clips. Are we going to do all large or all small, or are we going to mix them up?
Mix them up.
Not mix them up. We're going to keep them the same. If we measure with large, we're going to do all large. If we do small, we're going to do all small. Okay? Okay. Turn to your partner really quickly. We're just going to do a little quick problem. Do you remember how we did our 10s and our 1s? Partner A, show me your 10. Partner A, show me your 10. Partner B, show me your 1s. Show me your 1s. Partner B. Okay, here we go. Let's read our question and see if we can figure this out with our partner. When Corey measures his new pencil, he uses 19 centimeter cubes. Partner A, show me your 10. Partner B, show me your 1s. If we have 19, we have 1 10 and 9 1s. Very good. Okay. After he sharpens it, he needs 4 fewer centimeter cubes. If we need fewer, are we going to add or subtract? Subtract. So my 1s person, if we have 4 fewer, can you drop 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. What's our new number?
15.
15. Very good. How long is Corey's pencil after he sharpens it? How long is it? 15. Can anybody tell me a subtraction problem that would match that? Ellie?
9 plus 10.
Not plus. Think about it. Think about it.
9 minus
Kendall?
19 plus 4 equals 15.
Not plus.
Minus.
Minus. Very good. Equals 15. And that's what you just did with your partner, okay? Okay, now going back to what we did before. Come back to me. Okay, we did measuring. When we left before the break, we were working on measuring. Raise your hand if you can tell me one thing that we measured with. Kennedy? We measured a marker. What did we measure with? What tools?
Centimeter cubes.
We use centimeter cubes, remember? Do y'all remember that? We use centimeter cubes. What's something else that we measured with? Kendall? We measured a pencil, but what tools did we measure with? Leo?
That little thing that has numbers on it.
What is that thing called? What is this thing, Presley?
Ruler.
A ruler. Very good. We measured with a ruler. And we also used string. Do y'all remember that? We'd measure something and then we'd go back and lay it down on our ruler. So like when we measured a board or something like that that's up, we didn't have to put our ruler up there. We could measure with a string and then go back to our ruler and measure it, couldn't we? Well, let's do this really quickly. We learned some rules that we have to follow whenever we measure. Coralie, can you tell me one thing we have to remember when we measure? Do you remember? Remember you have to what?
You have measure.
Coralie?
You have to keep them line to line.
Okay, we have to start at the end point, right? Okay, that's our first rule that we know, okay? Who else knows another one? What's another one? Do you remember?
You can keep them line to line.
You have to make sure there's no what?
Space.
There's no space between your measuring tools. No space between and there's one more. There's one more. Can anybody think about it? Say like I had centimeter cubes. Is this the correct way to do that?
No.
They have to be what?
Side by side.
Side by side. I'm going to put do not overlap. Okay? Overlap. They have to be side by side, not overlap. Okay? Overlap your units of measure.
That doesn't make no sense.
That doesn't make any sense? Okay, so say you have cubes. Do you see these cubes? They're side by side. They're not what? Overlapped. Do you see what I mean by that? So if you had more than one cube white, look white. You have a cube here. You're not going to put it behind it. You're going to put it what? Side by. You see that? Make sense now? Okay. So we start at the end point, no space between your measuring tools, and you do not overlap your units of measure. Okay. So let's just look at this. I want y'all to think while I do this real quick. Think about what our objective was for today. When you think, you shouldn't be speaking, okay? I want you to think. Okay, I want you to look at these. Okay, I want you to turn to your partner and tell your partner, are these measured correctly? Are they measured correctly? So are those measured correctly? Talk to your partner then. Are they measured correctly? Do you remember what we talked about? All small, all what? Large. Does the first one have all small, all large? No. But what about the first two? What's wrong with them? Do you see what's wrong with the first two? What's wrong with the first two? They don't have the same small. Gauge, are they measured correctly? Which one's measured correctly? Okay, you're good. Back to me. Okay, some of y'all got right off what is correct and what is not correct about this. Gage, will you stand up and address the class? Tell us which ones are measured correctly. Attention.
The bottom one is measured correctly, and the first two are not.
Can you tell me why?
Because the big one is.
What's wrong with this one?
Because it has a little one at the end.
It has a little and big. What's wrong with this one?
It has a big one and a little.
Okay. And what's good about this?
Because they're lined up.
They're lined up, but they also use the same unit of measure. Does that make sense, guys? So these are not correct because they're mixed up. They have the large and the small. Thank you, Gage. Okay, so based off of that, can we go back and add a rule?
Yeah.
Can anybody think of a rule that we could add?
They were put another one inside of.
Okay, what if we said use the same unit of measure? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back and add that. Okay, so now we have 4 rules, and we have to use the same unit of measure. Okay, and let's talk about that. When it says use the same unit of measure, that means use all small paper clips or all large paper clips. And I'm going to put a side note. I'm going to put all small and paper clips,
Or
I like that word, or
large
all
paper
large
clips.
paper clips. And that applies to what we're doing today, guys. Okay? Look how good y'all did. Okay, so what we're going to do now is Miss Amy's going to give you a packet. You and your partner are going to have a packet. And you have 6 things to measure. You have large paper clips and you have small paper clips. Okay, let me show you really quickly. You're going to get a piece of paper and you and your partner are going to finish this. You're first going to write your name and it says measure the objects using small paper clips and large paper clips. And the first one says a book, pink eraser, marker, crayon, index card, and linking cubes. You're going to use your small paper clips and write how many you used here. And then you're going to use your large paper clips and write how many you found. Index card. I'll go through and tell you what everything is in here. This is your book you'll measure. You want to help me? This is your index card. These are your linking cubes. You have a marker, don't know what it is, a crayon, and a pink eraser. I want you to turn knee to knee with your partner. I'm going to give y'all 3. Pass 2 down. Pass. Yeah, I'll take them. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and give you your pencils so while Miss Amy's passing out the bags, you can get your names on your papers. Remember, you're sharing with your partner. Sorry, baby. Go back. If you have trouble writing, move it out to the outer edge of your partner, okay? As soon as you get your bag, you can start measuring with your small clips and your large clips. There's a bag inside your bag that has your paper clips, guys, okay? Remember, when we work with partners, we take turns, okay? If you need to move to the outer edge of the carpet so you can write that full. You want to put that on your paper? So you can write? Here's this if you need to put it in here. Put your name right there. You got 4. Would it be easier if you did this? Alright, so remember when you're measuring with your paper clips, make sure you start from end to end. And when you measure your book, I want you to measure the spine. If you need help, just raise your hand. Okay, so the first thing it says you're going to measure is your book. What, baby? something real quick. Whenever you go to measure, I need everybody to stop and look. Whenever you go to measure, let me show you something that you'll need to remember. Gracie, are you paying attention? Okay. So let me show you on here. Whenever you went to go measure this pencil, I want you to look. There's a little bit more. If there's enough to put another paper, here we go. If there's enough to put another paper clip, then I want you to add another paper clip. But you could say it's about 3 large paper clips. Do you know what I'm saying? But if there was a lot more, you would add another paper clip. You would say it's about 3 large paper clips. Okay? Okay. Continue what you were doing. Very good. And then do your small one. Y'all got it? Go get your book. Where's your book? You should be doing the book first.
The book? If you erase yours up there, this is the long one.
What are you going to write the large? If you're going to write the large.
4,
3. Under large. Now do your small.
Okay, too small. 5. Okay. Too small.
How many small? Okay. And the next item is your pink eraser. So do your pink eraser next. Very good, Wyatt and Rayleigh. Oh, look and see. So this one says small. Then go to your book. 3 large, small. 3 large. 3 large. 3 large. How many small?
We have to do one.
Yes, you have to do small and large.
No. Let's do the large.
Okay. Make sure when you get yours done that you're doing the large and the small. Where's your large and your large? 3. Look. So large. Okay, what should your small be? What should small be? What should small be? Make sure you're large and small, okay? Make sure you do large and small, okay? Are you doing all small first and then large? Okay, let's look. You got your book. How many large were there? Right, 3. Let me do 3. Okay, and then you go to your book. Get your little ones. Notice how they're in between. How many more? See how they were overlaid? How many small? And then go to large and good job. Keep going. Y'all getting it? Make sure, where's your paper clip? Your paper clip? For your large or your small? You gotta use your small. Okay, right. Don't forget to do your big too, okay? So on the first one, the book, how many large?
What is it?
And how many small? Okay, now go to your pink eraser and do the same thing, your small and your large. Right behind you, baby. Good job. And then your smile. That's good, I like that. 2.5. For, what is that for? For your one. I would say it's closest to one. Good. Now come and see it. Let me see that one. How many large do you have? How many large? Huh? Do your small. Okay, how many small? Go back into your index. Winking. Y'all are doing good, guys. Y'all getting it? This is your small. Show me how you got that. Show me how you got it with the small. 2. Is it closer to 2 or 3? 2. If you're measuring that side, if you measure this side, right? You're good. You don't need that one. So 2 large, 2 large and 3 small. Good job. How are we doing? Y'all need some help? Y'all need some help? Hunter, Will, you doing good? Your objects back in your bag. And then when you're done,
It's like 3.5.
let's hear it. How many large do you need? The largest of them. Let's look at your small. Alright, when you get done, this is what I want you to do. Put your paper clips back in your small bag and your objects back in your large bag. It's okay if you're not done, keep working, okay? Books away. Paper clips in your bag. And your bag of paper clips inside your laundry. Class, class.
Yes.
I need you back to your spot and cleaned up. I'm going to pick them up. I need you back on your spot. Good job, guys. Did y'all notice that you needed more small than you did large? Did y'all notice that? Thank you. Remember to follow directions. Okay, everybody back on your spot? All right, good job, guys. Y'all did a good job measuring. Whenever you measure, excuse me. Whenever you measure, did you notice that you had larger numbers with your small paper clips and smaller numbers with your larger paper clips? That's just like when you measure with centimeters and inches. Centimeters are smaller and inches are larger. Okay? Very good. Y'all did a good job. So, in conclusion, we added on to what we already knew, didn't we? We already knew you had to, let's go back to our rules that we made together. We had to start at the end point, know what? Spaces, and do not overlap. Okay? Your units of measure, very good. Use the same units of measure. Do we mix what we're measuring with, Kendall? No. We always use the same unit of measure. Just like you were measuring a while ago, Shania, with your small paper clips and your large paper clips, did you use one kind or did you mix them up? Well, you just used one kind. Very good. And we measured with our small and our large. Very good job. I want table captains to go to your desk and get out your workbooks.